I hate the school arcs in MHA. Robert McKee said that a story must not retreat to actions of lesser quality or magnitude, but move progressively forward, beyond which the audience cannot imagine another. He was talking about acts in a movie, but act structure can be applied to stories as a whole. The problem with the school arcs is that they retreat to actions of lesser quality and magnitude. In MHA, the story bounces between what I'll call villain arcs and school arcs. The school arcs are when the characters are doing school activities. The villain arcs are where the characters are actually in the field dealing with real villains. Some arcs are both. To follow McKee's increasing intensity, ideally, the story would start with a bunch of school arcs, then move into arcs that are school and villain, then move into just villain arcs. Like I said before, Hero doesn't do that and instead bounces back and forth for 2/3 of the story. We get amazing and intense villain arcs like Hero Killer, the end of Force Training, Hideout Raid, Overhaul, and Pro Hero. But in the middle of all that, we have low intensity arcs like Final Exam, License Exam, Remedial Course, School Festival, and Joint Training. The school arcs are not automatically bad just because they are school arcs. They still have great themes and character arcs. In a bubble, arcs like Final Exam and Hero License are magnificent. My issue is how they fit into the bigger picture. School arcs are naturally weaker because the antagonists are classmates and teachers, and there is usually no real conflict among the characters. They're just being forced into conflict by whatever exercise they're doing. There is no real danger. But if the story started with those and then escalated, I would have been fine with that. The issue is that the story keeps giving me a taste of how great it can be with the villain arcs, and then it forces me to watch some low-stakes school arc. This fluctuation of intensity isn't good writing, and it's frustrating because there was a clear option to avoid this. Start with the school arcs, time skip to when they're pros, and then go from there. I know the final act saga is all villain arcs, no school, and that's great, but that doesn't eliminate the issue that came before. I'm sure someone will bring up Harry Potter, but let me explain why that's different. What does a professional wizard in Harry Potter look like? What do they do? We don't know because it doesn't matter. As far as we know, wizards go to school, graduate, disappear, and then come back as teachers. The attraction of that story is the wizard school. There's no destination, but in Hero there is. We know what pro heroes look like, and we want to see the heroes graduate so they can go pro. That's the first part of the problem. The second part is that in every Harry Potter book or movie, there is a real threat. Only one time was it not directly related to Voldemort, the real main villain of the story. In other words, there are no pure school arcs. All arcs are fusions of school and villain arcs, which means there's no decrease in intensity from arc to arc. The same cannot be said for MHA. In conclusion, I don't like the way the school arcs are executed because they force the plot to retreat to actions of lower quality and magnitude, making the intensity fluctuate rather than rise. This is probably my biggest criticism against MHA.